not a self-hating Jew. I've actually become sort of accustomed to the title, and I kind of like it. But, and I could very much relate to what Mr. Shoemaker said about having been lied to all his life. I was lied to all my life. I was raised in a very different kind of Jewish setting than our friends from Mitzrayim. I was raised in a Reformed Jewish, very Zionist setting. I was the president of the Zionist youth group when I was a teenager, and presented with a whole litany of lies that we never really claimed that God gave us the land, but because we were raised atheists. We just basically worshiped the idols of the Jewish state and Jewish tribal identity. But I was told that we never did anything wrong to the Palestinians. We just went there wanting to be their neighbors, and they just hate us for no reason, just like everybody hates us for no reason. It's a cult. And I'm not saying that all Judaism is a cult, and I certainly would not say that about my friends in Netzar Carter, because I have the deepest respect for them. But what I was raised in, which I call atheist Zionism posing as Judaism, is a cult. And that's why it's so pernicious, and that's why it's so difficult to address, because you can't really convince people who have been brainwashed all their lives to believe that they're entitled, to believe that they're victims, to believe that they are innocent. All the while they are committing these crimes or contributing to these crimes. And it was an extremely difficult emotional journey for me, which is why I could relate to what Mr. Shoemaker said. And I'm still dealing with it. I've been very active for about 15 years, 16 years, and it's still very emotionally difficult. But I don't wallow in that because nobody's dropping bombs on me like they're dropping in Gaza. So I tend to ignore my own emotional trauma and try to focus on what can I do to stop that. And I don't really know what I can do, but I'm here and I'm carrying a sign and I'm carrying a flag, and I salute all of you who came out to do the same. I just want to talk very briefly about the experience I had yesterday that goes to the idea that what I come from is a cult. My friend Michael Rabb, who's standing just over there with his Stop the Genocide and Israel Free Palestine. Can I get an amen to that? Yeah. Michael got an idea a few years ago that we should demonstrate at the Holocaust Museum. And that is a little bit shocking to some people. It may be shocking to some people here. But I supported Michael in his idea, and I went along with it, and I've been doing it with him for a few years. And I think it's important because Holocaust education basically serves Zionism. Now let me preface that by saying the Holocaust happened. There's no question that it happened. The Nazis killed a lot of Jews, including, as Rabbi Weiss said, his grandparents. The Nazis killed my relatives. I have photos of my relatives who were murdered by the Nazis. So the Holocaust happened. But the way Holocaust education is presented, it's presented in such a way that presents the Jews as the ultimate victims and presents Israel as the solution. Okay, it's almost like we're inventing a new Jewish religion based on Christianity that poses the Jews as Jesus, Auschwitz as the cross, and Israel as the resurrection. And this is what kids are learning when they get Holocaust education in their schools, and that's what they're learning at Holocaust museums. And so we were out there to say all Holocaust education must include Nakba education, because it's a very important point that just 2 years and a couple of months after the liberation of Auschwitz, Zionist Jews were massacring villagers in Der Yassin, and there were 30 other documented massacres during the Nakba. And this is what's not being taught when children are learning about the Holocaust, and this is what is not being taught in these museums. So we were out there yesterday, and I hope we don't have to be out here again. I've been coming to this event for several years, and every time we get together, it's nice to see familiar faces, but every time we get together, I like to say, we're not going to be here next year, because by next year, Palestine will be free. Now, that may seem like a pipe dream, but may it happen soon, inshallah. And thank you all for listening and for being here.
Thank you, Richard Siegel.
I almost forgot. 2 weeks from today, March 15th, anybody who's in the New York, New Jersey area or would like to come to the New York, New Jersey area, there is an event in Teaneck, New Jersey, which is where I live. It's a very Zionist town. It's an event organized by Nefesh the Nefesh, which is an organization that is dedicated to Aliyah, which is all about getting American Jews and Jews from all over the world to settle in Israel, and specifically to settle in illegal West Bank settlements. So there is a big event in Teaneck, New Jersey, next week, March 15th, and we're going to be out there demonstrating against it from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., demonstrating against this Aliyah event, which is sponsored by Nefesh the Nefesh, and anyone who is interested in it, just come talk to me, and we'll give you all the information. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, Rick Siegel. Just before we continue on here, we have the star of the rally over here, Noah. He's just going to go out to you guys, and if you could just please support Al-Auda with anything you have, with a few bucks, just so we can continue these signs and flags.